Namaskar and hello. My name is Parag Parkhe and you are watching YouTube channel for namaskar.io Indian calendar. Many wishes to you for Ganpati festival. In today's video, we're going to talk about two items. How Tithi is calculated and why there is a difference between the festival days shown for India versus USA. These topics have come up in many discussions and I wanted to explain it as simple as possible. Panchang stands for 5 different angas and we're going to talk about one of the angas. It's called Tithi. Usually when you use word Panchang, it is immediately associated with Jyotish or astrology. What I'm referring is mostly calendar system, which is a time measuring way. It can be applied to a number of things. It could be for your own time management, could be for scheduling transportation, or it could be a different subject like astrology or Jyotish. What happened over the years is all other applications went away and what remained was only Jyotish for using this Indian calendar. So whenever we talk about Panchang, people immediately think about Jyotish or astrology. Here we're going to discuss how it is utilized for calendar system. Tithi stands for one lunar day. If you look in the solar system, every planet has its own orbits and rotation times. Moon is rotating around the Earth and Earth is rotating around the Sun while they are spinning about themselves as well. If you take into account all these orbital aspects and their planes around it, then the complications will be lot of them to solve in the formulas and assumptions around them. To make it simple, our ancestors used geocentric approach. That means they kept Earth at the center and Moon and Sun are revolving around the Earth. If you look at geocentric picture, then when Sun and Moon are exactly opposite, 180 degrees, that's when you get Purnima, because Sun's rays are falling on Moon and everything is seen from the Earth side. When they are aligned with each other, it's called Amavasya. And in between these two points, you get different Tithis or different lunar days. If you take whole circle, which is 360 degrees, and then you consider one lunar cycle, which is 29.5 days around the Earth, approximately 30 days. If you divide 360 by 30, you get 12. So that's a 12-degree increment in this cycle. That represents one Tithi. That's one lunar day for you. You have to note that every Tithi has different duration. So lunar days are not equal. They vary in duration a lot, unlike solar days. To calculate Tithi, there is a simple formula. If you want to know what is today's Tithi is, you take Moon magnitude, longitude minus Sun's longitude and divide by 12. I have taken an example for 6th September in San Diego. In this case, the difference between Sun's longitude and Moon's longitude is 6.5 degrees. So if you divide by 12, it is basically less than 1, so this is Amavasya. When the Tithi changes, it applies to all the places on the Earth. So the Tithi is the same across the world and it is changing at the same time across the world. How you account for Tithi is where the difference comes into picture. So for example, in San Diego, if you look at the example for 9 September, when the sun was rising, it was Tritiya that day, and Tritiya was ending at 11:48 a.m. and Chaturthi was starting. We account Tithi what is at the sunrise time at the given location. So for San Diego, it was Tritiya at sunrise, so that day was called Tritiya, although Chaturthi started in the middle of the day. It doesn't matter. The Chaturthi continued on the 10th September, and at sunrise for 10th September, it was Chaturthi. So we call that day as Chaturthi. So the important factor to remember is Tithi is accounted what is at sunrise. It doesn't matter what happens during the day. Now we come to the second part, why it is different in USA versus India. So if you look at the same day, again, 9 September, Tritiya ended at 11:48 here in San Diego, but that was a night time, past midnight in Pune region, right? And it continued, so Chaturthi continued for the next day, and at sunrise, it was Chaturthi. So at that point, we consider Chaturthi for the 10th September in India. You will see these differences occurring based on the sunrise at the given location. The Tithi is still the same, but the sunrise changes, so your accounting for that Tithi will change. The third factor comes into picture is Muhurta, which is kind of a recommended or auspicious time. I'm talking more on the generic basis. Muhurta is 48 minutes of time span, and that is recommended for different festivals at different times. For example, for Ganesh Chaturthi, Madhyana Muhurta is recommended. In other festival like Lakshmi Pujan in Deepavali, it's evening Muhurta is recommended. So again, looking at San Diego for 9 September, you will see that Chaturthi has started at 11:48 a.m. So we'll get Madhyana Muhurta on 9th, which is Guruvar in San Diego time frame. So we are considering Ganesh Chaturthi on 9th because on 10th it ends at 9:27 a.m. However, in India, it continues for the whole day on the 10th. And that Chaturthi, they can have Madhyana Muhurta. So Ganesh Chaturthi and actual Chaturthi, both things are considered on Friday, the 10th September in India.